Hi Twin Flames, this is the update from 3 March till the 10th of or the 11th of March. This reading is about all the energies, what's going on. It has been crazy, really crazy times. Dragon lines are heavily activated. Will give you maybe a feeling of heaviness, tiredness and depression, but if you know that old karma is being released within your system, so it won't return anymore, so you can go and live and carefree without karma, without annoyances of past lives and former injuries of the past, like heartbreaks, or it's just to set you free and to open this time gate and this new template within your DNA structure, to open more light, so more light can come in. Sorry for the noise, also for not doing the last reading of last week, because there was no place and not a good surrounding to do the video, so it's also a little bit noisy here. I hope you can pass through this, but all these energies has to do with clearing up your system and make you ready for the big work, the bigger work, the work you will do with your twin flame, the work you do together. It's more about, and there in that space you will find all lineups and triggers in your system that will activate old pains or old grievances, and it shows you that it's time for you to release this. And in this release, and if you went through it, and don't step over it, but really get deep into it, feeling, it's all. If you need time alone, a space alone for yourself, take this space so you can work through it. Otherwise, you will be distracted from source, and you will be distracted from the feelings, and that won't bring you anything. Go and dive in deep, and if you dive deep, you will rise and rise and rise again above it all, and you can ride this dragon back, and you can ride this dragon to be alert and fly off again for the greater good of all, not just for yourself. We're not clearing out things for ourselves. We're clearing things out for the collective, and most of the light workers are doing this work. If you're not aware of this, you just go on and live your life. But the light workers, they put the grid down. They go through the stuff first, and they carry the energies of the collective, and they are the ones who transmute all these energies. So if you're an empath and you feel and you resonate with this, leave a mark below. I will thank all my new subscribers for subscribing and following me, and I hope in this reading you will resonate. If it's not resonating for you, don't try to make it resonate with you. Then it's not for you. Then probably there is another reading or that will synchronize with you. But I'm not going to fix it to make it synchronize with you. This is a collective energy and a general reading for everyone. So what's going on in the collective between the twin flames? So his feeling is feeling the king, feeling recognized, and feeling in his powerful, strong energy, and it's also grounded. and there is a lot of things going on within the male energy at the moment, because also the pain and old hurt is coming up for the male energy, but he will handle it, and he will stand as a king within his power, and he has a kind of handling his feelings, a kind of authority over his feelings, and he will do better when time's changing, and the more he's going with the flow of the energies, he can handle himself, and he can stay grounded. This is how he feels at the moment. How he sees her. He sees her as chattering, communication, really thoughtful about things, but also know her energies and talking to her energies. So that's what he sees with her, and she's also very decisive. She's not, she is in an energy at the moment that she knows what she wants to do. She knows which way she wants to go, and he feels that, and it's hard for him to manipulate her or to talk her into things, because she is standing strong for herself and making her words into action. And she's not just saying it, but also taking action on her words. And I feel that sometimes that's hard to deal with for the masculine energy. But that's more because of the ego thinking instead of the heart thinking. How does she feel? Yes, that's what I thought. She's very powerful. She has found her strength back after the energies of last week. It was full moon in Leo and in Pisces, so in the sign of Pisces. So it's pretty obvious that the energies could blow up in someone's face, and they didn't expect this, that she could be so strong after all this time, that she was more kind-hearted and going with the flow. And I feel now that she needed to stand up because all of the energies that were going on, and she had to process them, makes her stronger, and they just forget this. And because of she's stronger now, she is more attractive, but also she doesn't do it in force. She does it with kindness and with love and understanding, and she stays with herself. She doesn't go out and point fingers. This is really about staying in her own power and in her own space. And it's not strange that within Pisces, when the sign of emotions of water comes up, and if those energies don't flow, it could be possible that you can get to deal with the fire and the energy of the lion. So that's what's it all about. That's how he sees her and how she sees him. See how she sees him. She sees him as someone who is wants security financially, and want to make a new career for themselves, or want to be an entrepreneur or start a business, and that's how she sees him, and she sees that he's looking for security, and but also for hard working and enjoying himself with everything he built for. So he worked hard to do the things he wants to do, and that's how she sees him, and that's really admirable. What is supporting him? Supporting is earning money, learning for himself, and really learning about himself and about energies, looking in the well, how can I say it? He's looking into other stuff, and he wants to make it his own. He's learning, he's figuring out, he is exploring, and it all has to do with the universe. It all has to do with what he wants to know. It can also mean, if I look at it to his twin flame, he wants to figure out who she is. He wants to have more knowledge about her. He wants to see what she's all about, and if she is that strong woman, and if she is consistent with the things she says, and he is really watching her. And that could be on media, that could be in real life, following, or I don't want to say stalking, but really want to learn her, because it's an interesting subject for him at the moment. That's what I get. That's what they tell me. It's a desirable subject, and he wants to study it, and he wants to know it more, and yeah, he works hard for that. He's putting effort in that. How he's seeing the relationship. He's seeing the relationship as a loving relationship, a new possibility, a new chance for love. And I feel that he's offering the cup of love to her, and he does it subtle. It's not really in the open. It's a possibility, but that there is a love connection for former lives, or love connection that could be the twin flame could be united. There is still love flowing here, and the love will continue. It's not something that stops. I also have a feeling it has to do with alliances and new possibilities, new energies that come in, and not really looking for love, but it's just there. It's just there, and that's why he studies her, to see if there's a possibility. What's her challenge at the moment, or her support? What supports her at the moment? What her support is leaving the situation for what it is, and move on her own. She is very independent, and she's not living out of hurt. She is living out of protection, and going through her own inner challenges. The energies are so heavy that she needs time on her own to go through it, to work it through, and that's why she needs time on her own. She has a project to do, she has work to do, and in that work she needs to be strong and stable for where she's guided to. And now she's guided to be alone, not really, it's not about a lot of female running away. A lot of female are taking a little distance from the masculine energy. And if it's in his dominant side, like this one, if he is really dominant and not coming from a loving and caring place, she is leaving, because I have the feeling that's what a lot of female do at the moment, go through their own stuff, figuring out what is needed for her and what's good for her at the moment, and at the time not really interested and not really vulnerable for what the other person says, because there's a mission to be done, and the mission has to do with spreading out her light. She has an inner wisdom, and if that inner wisdom doesn't come out, she has no use for this planet. She has no use for this relationship. She is a deep diver, and most of the light workers are deep divers, and she wants to shed her light on another way into a relationship, but also into the universe. And she's spreading her wisdom and her light, and she wants to share it with the right people. She doesn't want to share her energy with people who doesn't deserve it, or energies that really don't understand, because she needs to do this on a level where people resonate with her. So that's her challenge, or her support, the light within, and her knowing, and supports her. So she is probably for the moment not really available for the twin flame and the masculine energy. And if he gives her time, and this is his challenge, not to shut the door, to keep the door open, because it's not an ending. He is protecting himself because he feels hurt, and she is strong in her communication to him. She acts what she's saying, and he feels probably hurt by it, and yeah, he wants to defend himself, but he needs to keep the door open, because if he closed the door and move on, then he miss out of a lot of things, and not going into his feeling what it does with him. A lot of twin flames are the same. It's the same soul. They go through the same processes, and they need to understand each other on an energetic level, not so much on an ego level. When the heart speaks, it's fine, but when the ego speaks, it brings heartache. So if you're in the 5D energy level, there is always a meeting. There's always seeing each other. So he's in a fight with himself to defend himself, or even close the door. And if he wants to close the door, I say the feminine says, okay, that's your right, and that's your prerogative, but I'm still standing here. This is what I need at the moment. I need my space, and I will come back when it's my time, and when I'm rejuvenated and cleared out all the energies, all the dragon energies. If the dragon is at ease, and the dragon lines are stirring up our energies in every way we have now at the moment, it will be my turn at the moment and my prerogative to go within and take time and rest for myself. And that's how the divine feminine works with it. And what's her challenge at the moment? Her challenge is to stay grounded and to be with herself, and not do it out of pride, but out of love for herself. She's grounding all the energy, she's grounding all the information, all the coach gets through. Everything what needs to be cleared out in her system, so she can be strong for the next following weeks, because most of the feminine have a mission out of love, and she doesn't want to go into pride things, into arguments and stuff like that, because that's not who she is. She is love, and she needs rest. And she's going to do this about it. What she's going to do about it is remove herself, take a little bit distance, and take rest, because there were too many triggers or too many energies going on at the moment that she needs to carry for the collective and really clear out for the collective. And most of the people don't understand what's going on. So and maybe she needs to communicate it, but she is not. She don't have to communicate if she don't want to. You can't force someone to talk if they don't want to talk, because it's the process within the person itself. And what I see, that this rest will bring her to a next step. Give her space, and she will come back to you when it's time. And what is he going to do about it? He's going to do what he wants, earn his money, count his blessing, and count his blessings, and it's really important that he's going to do this on his own. There is enough for him to do and to deal with, so he doesn't need her to facilitate this. However, she sees that there is an influence with money and with women, and he probably is. Oh, okay, I get now through. There is also a situation that he needs a woman to feel more secure. So it could be that your twin flame is in another relationship with another woman, and that he needs the money and the support, and to feel himself secure. It's all about materialism, and that's what I see also in this card about how she sees him. She sees that he needs another woman for money. So that's also another scenario what came through, what downloaded. So all this information is not just for one person or two persons. It's for the collective, and that's how it works at the moment. He is really hurt, and it's also about money. Maybe not feeling secure enough without her being around him, because they share houses, or they share things. They need to be shared, because otherwise he can't feel his abundance. So this could be with an ex-wife, or with a new lover, that he needs her to feel secure, and that's not his divine feminine. It's just a way to make him feel good about himself. And I see what's the overall energy. It's the energy of traveling within and traveling without. So if the inner work is done, you can travel outwards, and you can travel to your inner feelings. I'm going to get some clarifiers, because traveling, but also I feel also traveling into the universe, traveling to your twin flame in 5D. Talk to each other in 5D, see each other and feel each other. That's what I feel about astral traveling. They keep contact through energies, through other realms, and they're on the same level, and she receives his messages, and he receives hers. So let's see what's the clarifier of the masculine energy. Okay, he sees her suffering in silence, but the suffering in silence doesn't mean that she is really going through. She's going through, and she wants to do it on her own, and he sees that. But she's also looking at the light. The light is still there. The light is still within her. But she knows if she don't process things, it will come back to her on another time. So she really dives in deep, and she really wants to go through this. And he sees this. He's aware of this. Clarifier of the king. And that brings him in conflict and despair of himself, because he wants to help, but he doesn't know how, because she doesn't allow him, and he doesn't understand that it's her process, and he needs to learn that if she gives, that it's not about him, and that it is her own process, and that makes him in conflict with himself and despair, probably because he recognizes the energies within himself that he doesn't want to face. So that's also one thing. The strength on the power card. Keep grounded and stand your ground, because you have a firm foundation as the power card. It's almost both of them are the same, and both of them are aligned with each other. So stay in your power and stay firm, because it's your prerogative to feel the way you feel. And the celebration, he wants to celebrate, share his energy with the feminine, and also with this one. These two cards, they are going together to celebrate, to have fun with the woman, and with his friend, or with his new lover, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. And he wants to celebrate life, and at the moment she's not at that space, so she's not available. So he's looking for someone else to be in joy and celebrate with her. And let's see what's the overall energy on this card. Wow, that's a weird one. Oh, a Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune means also prosperity and spiritual prosperity, but also materialistic. And he knows that when they are together, the abundance will flow. So if there's abundance, let it flow and let it come into prosperity. Also this card, I see also the feminine energies again in transformation. She needs to remove herself to go through this transformation. And this transformation is really huge, because this is going on for 4 months now. She's on and off, diving in and out in deep transformation, because she knows that she's a part of the collective energies that need to transform, and that she's a part of a bigger purpose in life, and that needs to flow through her. And she's allowing herself to do this. She gives it herself time, because she knows where she's coming from and where she's doing it for. It's not that she's suffering all the time, and it's just the waiting game. She needs to wait and to see what's going on for herself, and she has a faith within herself that at time needs to grow. It needs to grow within her to get stronger, and to take a time out, but also not really a time out. It's normal in a twin flame relationship. You come together and you process your own things, because you get triggered by each other. So get out, come back. Get out and come back. Take your own space, because it's normal that you get influenced by another being, influenced by another aura, by other energies. And if you need space, give yourself the time and the space to do this. A twin flame relationship is not, or any relationship in this time is not about you have to take care of me, and because I give all my problems to you so you can deal with it. No, because then you create dependency, and we don't want to create dependency anymore. We're out of that system. We're out of that paradigm. We want to go to the 5th dimension, and we have to really deal with our own shit. Sorry for the words, it just came out. Spirit just say, deal with your own shit and don't put it on someone else's plate, because you're disturbing also other energies from other persons. So keep your shit together, or do something about it, so your own shit don't project on other people. So do the work yourself, or do something about it. Don't mope around. Wow, this energy is really strong that comes through, and the feminine is really aware of this. She wants to help him. She wants to give the energy and the love and respect to him, to make it easier for him, but she's not going to do it for him. That's his decision. He has to make the decision to do the work. And if he doesn't do the work, well, the time is that the feminine and the masculine energies both don't hang around anymore to do the work. And don't do the work together, you know, do it separately. That's what I say. Don't do the work for the other. Do the work separately. And of course, everybody will be triggered, but doesn't mean that the relationship is over or is not meant to be. You know, just give each other space. Give each other space to breathe in and breathe out, and come back to the center, and allow each other to go through the phases. You can support each other, and I see also that the masculine is supporting the feminine on an energetic level, and that's really appreciated, and it will be received with really joy, because they understand and they're on the same level. If you're not on the same level and you're still acting out of 3D, you can't help someone who's in 5D and in a higher vibration. So the vibrations must be matched. I leave this message for today, and this is the energies that's going on at the moment, but also throughout this whole week. I will draw one more card for the overall energies for next week or oncoming week. And that is light, joy. The energy when they come together again is joy, is light, and they're going together on the same path. They're in the same processes, and they're going through stuff, and it's how you deal with it. And the results of this is coming back to the light, rejuvenate, get in touch with your source, and come back together in light and love. And that's the beautiful message for today. So I hope everybody has a good week.